Hello, welcome to our home, Mack. Today I'm going to show you how to use my Lelit espresso machine. It's not overly complicated, but can be a little finicky, so let's get started. So this is it. This is all the things that you'll need. They're all here. First things first is on the back here, down the side of it, you'll feel the power button. So just flip that on, it'll come on, it'll start gauging the temperature. You want it to get up to about this 93, 94, 95 range before you start to use it. And then in the meantime, while that's heating up, what you can do is prep your espresso puck. So what that looks like is coming to this beautiful Airscape vacuum sealed bin. So there's a little thing here. So if you just pull that up and lift, you can hear the air releasing there. It is vacuum sealed to keep everything nice and fresh for you. And we're gonna grab our scale, turn that on, put your little cup on here, doesn't matter what it is, and then tear it out. So tearing it, you're just gonna hit the power button to tear it. And see on the screen here, there's this little E. So as you double tap the power button, that'll turn off. That's what you want to weigh the beans. The E means it's in espresso mode. We'll get to that later. So we're all teared out. Grab a little scoop. Start adding in your beans. We're looking for exact 18 grams. So 17.8, one more 17.9, one more bean, 18 grams on the dot. To put this back in, you'll just pop the top back in, push down, you'll hear the air release, and then flip the handle down, which will just lock it in place. That can go away. We have our 18 grams of beans. Next, we're gonna pop open our grinder top, add your beans in there, put that back on, and then on the side of it, there's this little button. Okay, so once it stops making noise, that means it's done. We're gonna push the little top down, which pushes out the excess grinds that get stuck in there. Turn it back off, on to the next step. Next, for our puck, grab this guy. This can go right on top. Flip it over, and just make sure you get all the beans in there, tap out any excess. There we have the start of our espresso puck. From there, take our little cone here that kind of just stops grinds from escaping when you stir it with your WDT tool here. So this is just to get any of the clumps out of it, break it all apart, make sure it's distributed evenly throughout the thing here. So once you're there, I usually just like to tap the side of it to bring everything to center, and you can pop that off. Next, we're gonna press it. So this guy is a 30-pound weight tamping press. So all you have to do is just push it down until you hit essentially the metal at the bottom there. So put that on a flat surface. I like to give it a spin and a tap just to make sure everything is within and not sticking at the sides. So make sure you're nice and flat. Push down till it clicks, and there's your beautiful puck ready to go. Then we're gonna go up into the thing, start on the side, pull it to center, grab your cup. Now, once you're here and we're ready to roll, there's the 3 settings here. So you're gonna go down to the coffee one and then turn off the pump. So what we did was just bring some water down into the group head just to prep it. I don't know how much of a difference that makes. That's what my dad told me to do, so that's what I do. Okay. So now that we're good to go, we'll turn the pump on fully again. We're gonna count 25 seconds out of it. We have a nice distribution. It's all coming to the center, which means the pump is pressed nicely. 5 seconds there, we'll turn that off. So you're just gonna turn the pump off first and then bring it back up to the center where the teardrop is there. Then we have our espresso here. Beautiful crema, lovely, gorgeous. From here, what we're gonna do is you can either make an iced coffee or you can make a hot coffee. I prefer iced coffee personally. It's also a lot easier to do. But if you want to make a hot coffee, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn this on up to the steam setting here. And this is gonna start to heat up. So we want it to be about 137 degrees on the monitor here, 135, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But it's gotta get hot enough to steam it. So we'll let that heat up. like a nice medium-sized cup here. So it'll start to flash the numbers here as it gets above essentially boiling point. We're gonna let it go because it has to steam for quite a bit of time. So we want it to be as hot as it can possibly be, just so it stays hot in the steaming process. Back here, we'll grab our little milk steamer, grab our milk. So when you fill it up to essentially right below the divot in the cup there, we're hot enough, we're at 137. So now all you're gonna do is bring up the steaming jug, line it up on a bit of an angle, let's say that's a 30-degree angle, give or take, with the spout up against the black rubber thing here, and the tip of the steaming wand right at the top of the milk. And then on the side there's this little dial, so you're just gonna open up the thing here. It'll start to make a lot of noise. So you want to hear the air to start, which means you're getting that kind of frothing effect going. As it starts to make a lot of noise, and you see the foam developing on the top, I'm going to push it a little deeper, still on that angle, turn it up a little bit more, and you're going to start to see the milk spin around, kind of creating a vortex. That's good, that's what is frothing the milk. You'll start to feel the cup as you heat up. For hot coffee, you just want it to be quite hot to the touch, and then you're pretty well done. And you can drop this down a little bit. Don't touch it, it's hot, it'll burn my finger. And you're fine as long as it's staying above that 100 degrees in Celsius, so that's boiling point. If you're at 120, not 130, you're perfectly fine. It's still hot enough to be steaming. Cup's sitting nice and hot. You can finish with one more like this, just to build a little bit more foam. And close the pump. Pump is closed, take it off steam, and then the back of the machine here, flip it off. And then you're just gonna go espresso in there, get your milk. I'm not gonna make a pretty design because I don't know how. We'll just pour our milk in there. Nice foam at the top, beautiful. And then if you so choose, there's sugar here, or there's the kind of French vanilla. That will pump in. I like to do 2 pumps. And there you are, a beautiful cup of coffee. Delightful, only took 10 fucking minutes, but tastes pretty damn good, worth it. I wish you luck. That's the process. Good luck, have fun. Thanks for helping us out. Thanks for watching the bean. I'll finish with one cute shot of her because obviously we all want that. There she is. Oh, you're excited to see Mr. Mack, aren't you? You are.